Hello everyone, welcome to BVLSI Design Lecture number 25K. Today's topic is OR and NOR implementation using complementary pass transistor logic. So let's implement OR and simultaneously a NOR gate operation using NMOS complementary pass transistor logic. So let us directly jump into the circuit. So this is my design. Let me just, yeah. So y1 is giving us a OR function and y2 is giving us a NOR function. Okay. Here we are giving B bar to M1 and M3 gate and B to M2 and M4 gate. Correct. And we are giving over here A and B and A bar and B bar. Okay. Now let us directly jump in to the explanation of this, the working. So this is the theory. We can read it later. One thing to note for the NMOS pass transistor logic is that it passes a weak logic 1 when we apply a logic 1 to it and the gate terminal is applied as VDD. So at the output, we'll get VDD minus VTN. We have confirmed this concept before. As soon as logic 0 comes, it passes a strong logic 0 at the output. That means Vout will be a 0 volt, provided the gate terminal is at VDD. So let us start with one of the cases. So let us consider this case. Now concentrate, please. So in this case, we have A as logic 1, B as logic 0. So obviously a B bar will be 1 and B will be 0. So whenever we apply B as logic 0, M2 and M4 will be off. B bar is logic 1. That means M1 and M3 are on. So when M1 is on, what it is passing? It passing a logic 1. So what you will get at the output? You will get at the output a weak logic 1. Okay, and it is true. A plus B, right? So it is 1 plus 0. I mean logic 1 plus logic 0. So it will give you a logic 1 output, correct? But there will be a weak logic 1. Similarly, M3 act as an N-pass transistor and it passes a strong logic 0 to the output. So as you can see, we are getting a complementary outputs. Here Y1 is A plus B and Y2 is the inverse of that. I mean the complementary of that. So whatever you get over here, you will get exactly complementary of it. But in this case, M3 NMOS pass transistor passes a strong 0. That's why we get a strong logic 0 and a weak logic 1 for OR and NOR operation. Let us go to the next case now. So in this case, we have A as 0 and B as 1. Earlier case, we have A as 1 and B as 0. In this case, we have A as 0 and B as 1. So as expected, logically speaking, OR gate output should be logic 1 and NOR gate output should be logic 0. Now we have to decide whether it is a weak logic 1 or a strong logic 0. So let us start. So B is 1, that means B bar is 0. So B bar 0 means M1 is off, M3 is off. B is logic 1 means M2 is on and M4 is on. Whenever M2 is on and we are passing B, that is logic 1, so it will pass a weak logic 1 at the output. So Y1 will be a weak logic 1. M4 is on with the gate terminal at logic 1, that is VDD, and it's passing B bar, which is logic 0. So we remember NMOS pass transistor passes a strong logic 0 at the output. So we'll get a weak logic 1 for OR operation and a strong logic 0 for a NOR operation. Let us go to the next case. So over here, A and B are 0. So that means B bar is 1 and B is 0. That means M2 is off, M4 is off, M1 is on and M3 is on. So M1 is passing a strong logic 0 at the output. Okay, and M3 is passing a weak logic 1 at the output. As you can see, we are passing logic 1 and at the output we'll get a weak logic 1. And it's exactly true. For 0 and 0, the output of your OR gate is 0. And here we get a strong logic 0. Whereas for NOR, we get complementary, that is a weak logic 1. Let us go to the next case and the last case. Here A and B are 1 and 1. So B bar will be 0. That means M1 and M3 are off. And B is logic 1. That means M2 and M4 are on. So M2 passes a weak logic 1 because input side we have logic 1 and passes a weak logic 1. Okay, and here M4 passes a strong logic 0. Okay, so for this case, for 1 and 1, we get output of your OR gate as logic 1, which is a weak logic 1, and the output of your NOR gate will be logic 0. Okay, so now let us check the truth table once. That is what we meant. Yes, these are the cases. So this is a logical truth table. In terms of zeros and ones, it's always advisable to write in terms of voltages. So we have written in terms of voltages over here. As you can see, we get three cases wherein we get a weak logic 1 in case of OR gate, 4.3 volts. Because weak logic 1 means what? It will be VDD minus VTN. And let's say VDD is 5 volt and VTN is 0.7. So 5 minus 0.7 will be 4.3 volts at the output. So it hence it produces a weak logic 1. Whereas in case of NOR gate, there is only one instant at which we get a weak logic 1. Rest all the cases we get a strong 0. So next thing is, let us build this circuit in LTSpice and check its functionality. Before that, how many transistors are required to implement this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4 for 2 inverters. Why? Because we have complementary inputs. We have to generate A bar from A and B bar from B. That is why the total transistor count to implement this OR as well as NOR gate together using NMOS complementary pass transistor logic is 8. Now, let us quickly go to LTSpice and verify its functionality. So let me just minimize this. So already your LTSpice it's ready. Already the circuit is ready for your reference. Let me minimize this. Okay. So let us check the circuit once, but everything is proper. Okay, fine. Let me maximize this. Yeah. So over here we have A and B. Here we have B bar and B, and output is Y1. It's true. It's correct. And downstairs we have this is B bar and this is B, and A bar and B bar, and output is Y2. So it's correct. Remember, all the NMOS transistors body terminal should be grounded. Okay, that care you have to take. So let me maximize this now, and let me show you all the pulses now for A and B. So for A, we are using 5 to 0, correct? Instead of 0 to 5, we are using 5 to 0. Delay time is 5 milliseconds. Rise time, fall time is 1 picosecond. On time is 8 milliseconds. And the period is around 12 milliseconds with the cycles of 10. For B, we are again going from 5 to 0. Delay time is 0. Rise time, fall time is 1 picosecond. On time is 8 millisecond. And the period is around 10 millisecond with the number of cycle as 10. And we are giving the supply voltage as VDD. And additionally, we have connected two CMOS inverters to generate A bar from A and B bar from B. So the total transistor count over here, you can see over here is this 4 required over here and 4 required over here. So total transistor count to implement 2 input OR and also NOR gate using NMOS complementary pass transistor logic is 8. Now, let us simulate. Before simulating, let me tell the parameters, the dot model parameters for the NMOS and PMOS. So we have taken W and L as 1 micrometer and 1 micrometer. VTO is 0.7 volts. For PMOS, W is 2 micrometer, L is 1 micrometer, and VTO is around minus 0.7 volt. Okay, and we have all appropriately given the value of Kp. Now, let us simulate. So we have given dot transient analysis. So we want to plot VA, VB versus time and Y1 and Y2 versus time. So let's just simulate. I've given the dot tran 18 milliseconds. So hence, as soon as you click on simulate, a blank screen will open up with the x-axis as 0 to 18 milliseconds. Now I will divide this into 4 planes, one for A, one for B, and one for Y1 and Y2. So let us first plot VA, that is A. We call in terms of voltages as VA. This is VB. Next we'll plot Y1. So this is Y1. Next will be Y2. Y2 will be exactly reverse of Y1. Okay. But eventually we have to check that also. So let me change the color to, let's say, brown. Okay. Now let us view this one by one. Okay. And let us keep this table also on. Yeah. This table is also visible now. Okay. This is for OR gate and this is for NOR gate. So let us check it simultaneously. So let me take one cursor for Y1 and another cursor for Y2. Okay, fine. So cursor 2 is for Y2 and cursor number 1 is for, I think this is, both are for that. So let me cancel it. Let me again select the cursor and let me again select the cursor for it. Okay, so this is cursor number 1, and this should be for, yeah, now it is proper. Fine. So second cursor is for y2 and the first cursor is for y1. Now let us check the first condition. So the first condition is that A is 5 volt, B is 0 volt. So what is y1? A is 5, B is 0, y1 should be 4.3 because we have given VTN as 0.7 and VDD as 5 volt. So we are getting 4.294. We are not getting exactly 4.3, but we are getting close to that. 4.294, which is acceptable. It is a weak logic 1. Simultaneously, your Y2 will be a strong logic 0. So we are getting 23.26 nanovolt, that is as good as logic 0. Let us move ahead for the next case. For the next case, we have VA as 0, VB as also 0. So Y1 will be logic 0, strong logic 0, as you can see very clearly, a strong logic 0. And your Y2 will be a weak, your Y2 will be over here for 0 and 0, a weak logic 1. As you can see clearly, it's 4.295. It should be 4.3, but it's quite close nevertheless. Now let us check the next condition. So the next condition is VA is, let me take the cursor, VA is 0 and VB is 5 volt. VA is 0 and VB is 5 volt. So over here we are getting as weak logic 1 at the output of Y1. Yes, 4.294. Remember cursor 1 is Y1. So 4.294 we are getting a weak logic 1. Simultaneously Y2 will be a strong logic 0, which is 23.26 nanovolt. It is correct. Let us check one more condition. So we have 0 and 0 next case. So for 0 and 0, Y1 will be a strong logic 0 and your Y2 will be a weak logic 1, as you can see very clearly. Let us check one last condition. This is for VA as 5 volt and VB as 0 volt. So over here we get Y1 as a weak logic 1, which is around 4.294, and Y2 will be a strong logic 0. So in this manner, we can check all the cases. Hence, all the cases in the truth table can be easily verified, and it's coming absolutely fine. The only limitation is that the voltage swing is limited, especially the logic 1 voltage swing. Logic 1, it should be 5 volt, but we are getting a 1 threshold voltage less. That is, instead of getting 5, we are getting 4.3. And that too depends upon the threshold voltage. Okay. So this circuit over here is giving us both the functionalities, that is OR gate and NOR gate functionalities together. Okay. With one limitation of your pass transistor logic, of your N pass transistor logic, that it passes a weak logic 1. Except that this circuit is working excellently well. Now let us go back to the circuit. I think in the PDF. So we have verified all the functionalities in the truth table. We have seen the total transistor count, and we have seen the every case conceptually and validated it using LT-Spice. I guess that's it for today's session. Next time we'll implement XOR and XNOR gate using NMOS complementary pass transistor logic. So until then, have a good day and thank you.